They're faking everything on the internet to keep this propaganda going.
This video surfaced out of China, and it looks like their city is floating in the clouds. Of course, we can't verify if the video is real or not.
They're fascinating people with all this dumb alien talk. It is absolutely 100% ridiculous when mankind does enough damage for itself. Listen to me close. Mankind does not have the power to destroy the earth, okay? But they can certainly destroy each other. Demons work through people to accomplish something. There's no ET, all this alien stuff is just diverting people. And what it's doing is it's training people to allow any spirit into their lives. It's not about aliens. It's about a person inviting demons into their lives. That's what it's about. When that red dust comes, when it settles upon the water, when it covers the moon, and the moon turns red, you better know that is the beginning of the end. Not the end of the world, but the end of things that you knew. You better start walking spiritually today, that when that day comes, you'll be okay. You don't know if you have months left. Let me tell you how fast it can get here. Can I tell you how fast it can get here? We could be here today talking on air, and that red dust could begin to fall tomorrow. Do you know why? Because it's a matter of almost like fluid dynamics. Certain parts of celestial mechanics. A lot of static involved, electronic discharges. But it's traveling so fast, it could be here upon us before anybody can notice it was even traveling. You're going to see things hitting the earth. And when the great hail begins to form, you'll know that the forces that have held so many things together for so long are out of whack, because physics will break down. You guys are going to experience strange problems, electronic phenomena you've never experienced before. I'm giving you signs that you can see for yourselves for what's happening. Listen, any demonic entity affects electronics. It's pure and simple. With electronic phenomena, you know you have a demon present or spiritual energy is high. You'll notice that too, weird things happen. But in the skies, you're going to notice a hue. You're also going to be aware that something has happened to the plant life. The plant life is not going to be like it used to be. Many trees are going to die. Listen to me. Many trees will die, and not from insects. They're going to die. Plant life is going to begin to die. All right? You're going to be able to see this with your own eye. No, they're not going to discuss this because it sounds stupid, just to be honest with you. It's going to be 500 times stronger than the first one. And if you go back on the instruments, you'll see the impact of the first one. You'll hear the stories about the electronic phenomena that took place in space. You'll notice that the sun also reacted as soon as it got in here, and that was very minute. This one's 500 times the magnitude of the first one, and that's in late December it hits. But your true preparation, because nobody knows what that's going to do, but your true preparation spiritually, which means every hour counts, and you're going to see changes in the coming days, weeks, and months like you wouldn't believe. In the coming days, some of you may have to look 3 times, because the world is going berserk. Wouldn't it be sad? Is this a sad thought or what? Imagine yourselves in your house. The Lord comes to you and he says, "Child, stay in the kingdom, because this house is going to need you." So the first 6 weeks you're in the kingdom, you're doing everything. A year later, guess what happens to you? You say, "Well, nothing bad is happening." Then you start slipping up, doing things in the world. And when you do that, sure enough, calamity comes to your home. The whole house is torn apart. And then you say, "Well, Lord, you didn't warn me." And he'll say, "Yes, I did." This is how it's going to be with a lot of Christians in the United States of America and abroad all around this world, when they start giving up left and right, they're going to say the same thing. Well, nothing's happening. I can relax. Why do you think everybody wants a date? They want a date so they can go back to sleep. Anybody who looks for a date is going to push the button on the alarm clock and go back to sleep. They're going to go back to sleep. Every hour is precious. And when it becomes, listen, I'm trying to stress to you, when it becomes real. When it becomes real, it's too late. Do you understand that? When it becomes physically real, it's too late. There's no more prep time. Now you're in the middle of it. You can only prepare for things before it happens. Once it begins to take effect, you cannot prepare. You have to utilize what you have. Can you not see the mercy and the grace upon our lives? All this time people complain, well, nothing has happened yet. You better thank God nothing has happened yet in your life. But that's not for everybody. Brutal killings, rapes, murders, just you name it, every second of every day. Tens of thousands go missing every single month. No trace of them whatsoever. And you're telling me nothing has happened yet, and you're looking for a date so you can spend time at a bar a little bit longer? You're looking for a date so that you can strategically set up a time when you're going to conform to the word of the Lord? And you refuse to do it today? That's why you look for a date? To that person he will say, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you." Anyone who seeks a sign is truly a wicked generation. It's a wicked generation because they don't want to stay prepared. They want a warning so they can get rid of all their trash and then sit up straight like they acted good all along. Like a bad student always wants to know when the teacher's coming back. But the good student is preoccupied with their work. The bad student is peeking all the time. Is the teacher coming? You only peek for the teacher when you're doing something wrong. You only peeked for your parents when you were doing something wrong. Because when you're doing something right, you're in a different mindset. The people who look for a sign are doing something wrong. Jesus said that, not me. He said it's a wicked generation that seeks for a sign. And many people still can't comprehend that. We need to realize that the Father's in full control.